All right, listen, England. Yes, we violated a couple of laws by getting onto one of your boats and taking off a couple of people. Little illegal. But you, at the same time, filled a boat full of guns and munitions and sent it to those same people that we try to get off of your boat. So, fairsies. Hello and welcome to Civil War in Hindsight. I'm Lieutenant Tommy. With me, as always, is Prospector Johnny. And this week, Prospector, the whole international incident starts to, well, we're there. International incident.
Now international. So our little war has gone the globe around the globe.
Well, at least it caught the attention of England.
It made it.
Yeah, it caught the attention of England.
England.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
that's not great.
We beat them twice. If they get involved, we'll just beat them a third time. It's fine.
Yeah, but I mean, you still don't want mom and dad involved.
No, we don't want mom
right?
and dad involved in this.
Like,
No.
Especially if they decide to. Well, they're not going to though. They've already decided they're not acknowledging the South as a country, right?
As of right now, yeah, as of right now. But in any case, this week is going to begin on the 15th with Captain Wilkes arriving at Fort Monroe with his Confederate commissioner prisoners in tow. At first, there was nothing but cheer for Wilkes in the North, and Lincoln's cabinet was all about, yay, he got those dirty Confederates. And then they realized what he actually did. He opened fire on a neutral nation, boarded that neutral nation's non-military vessel, and took off passengers that had paid their fare away on that vessel. So,
so they got mad at that?
England hasn't really responded as of yet, but Lincoln...
They probably are just now getting word of it.
Probably, yeah. Lincoln is going to assemble his lawyers and be like, hey, so I know it was probably illegal, but how illegal was it? How big of an oops is this?
How can we make it seem less illegal? Is really what he's trying to get at, because that's all the lawyers are good for at that point.
Yeah,
after you do something like that, it's just like, how do we make them feel sorry for us or make it less bad than it was?
Also on the 15th, a camp of pro-unionists near Chattanooga, Tennessee, are going to be dispersed by Confederates. So that guerrilla war campaign that we started waging last week, some of those guys get scattered to the wind, so to speak, over around Chattanooga. And an odd piece of news here, but I felt I needed to include it. A Union fifer in a Wisconsin volunteer regiment has challenged any Confederate fifer to a fife-off. Winner gets $500. The song to be played is Yankee Doodle Dandy. Yeah, fife. What? Yeah, fife. Yeah, I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy.
So we think that we have the best fifer.
Yeah,
in the United States and the
Confederate
Confederate South.
Yeah,
and he's challenging any Confederate fifer to play Yankee Doodle Dandy,
which I think ironic. I like it because it's funny. Because Yankees, we're Yankees, and we're fighting.
Yeah, well, and the folks who at home who don't know, Yankee Doodle Dandy is making fun of the Yanks. It's what you put a feather in your cap
and call it macaroni.
Call it macaroni, which was like, it's a super hip thing, but they're saying that the Yanks just do that and they call it hip and it's not. And but that's what he wants to do. So that's how he's going to. That's how he's going to end the war. He's going to single-handedly take care of this.
By playing Yankee Doodle on the
fife. Playing a fife.
By playing a fife. Yep, you're correct, Johnny.
What if he sucks at the fife? has any of the top brass gone to him and had him perform? Because if we're gonna kind of throw up this
where did he get 500? Where did he get $500 though? This is like some fifer. He just has $500 lying around to put up as a bet.
Well, I mean, I guess if he does, he must be a pretty good busker. So
yeah, something. Well,
let's get it.
We'll see.
Sell your soul to the devil, bud.
We'll see what happens. Maybe he did sell his soul to the devil. I don't know. On the 16th, a Union foraging party is going to be captured at Doolin's farm in Virginia. So we'll get a couple of guys who are just foraging for food and supplies, which probably not let's be honest, the South doesn't have food and supplies for their own men. So
foraging like in other people's houses.
Yeah.
So robbing.
Finding, Johnny. They're finding food. 'Cause we're the good guys.
Discovering.
The Federals are the good guys.
This
We're the
is
good guys.
okay. We're going early America rules. We're discovering all of this food.
Yeah, discovering it in the South, which is at war with us.
Holy cow! Look at this completely natural, man-made home that I just came across.
And
Just
found.
happened to be here. Oh, there's people inside now. For long.
They did get arrested and captured, so we'll see how that plays out later.
Okay.
On the 17th, this international incident grows when the USS Gunboat of Connecticut captures a British blockade runner destined for the Confederate States, laden down with guns and supplies. So
Wait, hold up.
Yeah, so here's
So they accepted their Confederate bucks?
They must have, because this was a boat that was designed to go into the Confederate States. A lot of infield muskets, infield rifled muskets were destined to which they're now Union controlled infield rifled muskets. So,
now is that how are the infield?
Good gun. They're comparable to our Springfield. Just same quality, same good. You know, I would.
All right, so now we got more
I
of
would
them.
take either one. The sights on the infield are a little bit better than the sights on ours. So I that helps, but. Gun itself, both.
Yeah, but how much really in actual combat does that help? Because how well are any of these folks aiming?
Yeah, probably not the best. Probably not the best. But so that at least gives us some ammunition to go back to the Confederates. And this isn't the first time we caught a British ship with arms and munitions destined for the Confederacy. We've done it a couple times.
Yeah, so we need to talk to them a little bit. I think
at least we have all right. Yeah, we did a whoopsie. You did a whoopsie. We'll just keep doing all whoopsies.
Call it even, sure. But at some point, they got to stop trying to supply their I don't know. I don't even know what the analogy breaks down to at this point. Their little stepbrother. I don't know.
Something.
So they had to stop enabling him.
Stop enabling
him. Let the United States kind of get their shit back together a little bit.
Right. Mom and Dad need to stop intervening. That's the kind of the way we.
Let us. We'll take care of it.
Have our sibling fight, yeah. On the 18th, we have two odd political situations that occur. The members of the Kentucky state legislature that were supporting of the Confederacy that had fled Kentucky when Kentucky said, hey, we're staying out of this shit. And they're like, we don't like that. We lost our election, so we're going
to... So they left their state that they were keen on... making part of the Confederacy.
Yeah. And so now they have formed a government in absentia that is a pro-Confederate government that has seceded and joined the Confederacy. So just like their Missouri...
where are they?
Yeah, like not in Kentucky.
So the hell out of here. We already did this in 1776.
Well,
we went ahead and said England can't govern us from across a friggin' ocean. So no, you can't govern Kentucky from across
from Virginia.
A river or whatever, wherever the hell you went.
And while all this is going on, there's a convention held in Hatteras in North Carolina with a bunch of North Carolina representatives that supported the North that didn't like the fact that North Carolina seceded, and they're going to renege on the whole secession of the state of North Carolina and deem that they are in fact loyal to the United States and reaffirm their loyalty and create their own provincial government of North Carolina in the North. So we've got a state.
Okay, but no, you know what though? I actually like that a lot.
That one's
I think
okay.
That's a fantastic move. I think that's what they had to do. You know, even though they aren't in the state of North Carolina, they were voted to represent the folks in North Carolina. And so, yeah, just saying that North Carolina, no, you're not actually seceded. We are back with the North. I think that works. I think it's fine. I think good for them.
Good for them.
Well done. Very American.
Just some odd.
Definitely not the exact same thing that they're doing in Kentucky that we don't like. So
definitely different. Definitely different. On the 20th, way out in California, federal troops are going to capture...
I'm sorry, I always forget that California
exists. It exists as a state, yeah.
I mean...
Yeah, well, way out there are 17 dudes that are running around under the leadership of Daniel Showalter that are pro-Confederate, and they are going to get captured by the state of California federal troops. So
this Showalter was a lieutenant general, probably captain of the army.
Probably nothing, because he only had like 17 dudes. So that's not even that's like a.
I figured that was like what? That's got to be at least 5% of the entire Confederate army, though.
Oh, in California, yeah.
In the entire.
Oh, no, there's definitely more than 17 dudes. Yeah, we got.
Anyway, all right, so he is just some guy, right?
Some dude.
He started. This is guerrilla warfare type thing. This is a little guy banding up and saying, I found 17 other racist traitors to go around with and wreak havoc.
Well, they all get arrested. Yeah, they all got arrested today. So.
Because what you're doing is illegal.
Yeah. I imagine it's more like just a bunch of horse thieves that are like, we're stealing horses in the name of the Confederacy.
In the name of...
Yeah.
So they're just trying to... glance some of the blame off them and be like, "Oh no, it was because of
you can't hang me for you can't hang me for a horse
President
thief.
Davis went ahead and told me to do this.
Yeah, you can't hang me as a horse thief. I'm a prisoner of war now."
That's okay. That makes sense.
Maybe that's what's going on. But anyways, Johnny, this very short week with this kind of relatively uneventful is going to come to an end on November 21st when Confederates will name Brigadier General Lloyd Tilghman to command the newly finished forts of Henry and Donaldson on the Tennessee and Cumberland rivers. These are two very important rivers that are right across, right at the border of Kentucky and Tennessee.
And so they're going to start building new forts up at those points?
They're already built. They've been just recently completed, and this is the guy who's been named to command these two forts.
To go take over. Okay.
They are the primary defenses just south of the Kentucky-Tennessee state line. They're designed to defend against Union invasion, although the forts themselves were not really put in the most ideal position on the river for a fort, but it was the furthest north that they could get at the time when they started building them in the summer.
And that's literally all they were trying to do was get the furthest north.
Yeah,
presumably to give up no land, right?
To give up as little bit of land with a defensive, but safely, because the war is already going on in the summer, so they didn't want to you can't build it right on the line because
on the battle lines.
So they got to build a little bit.
Cannons.
Yeah, you got the cannons. So those forts are constructed, and fearful that there was going to be a Union invasion since Grant's raiding parties a few weeks back, Confederates have called up 10,000 volunteers to be raised from the state of Mississippi to go and help those forts out. So we'll see.
They get them?
I don't know. They've called.
They
for
just
today.
They put the call out
for 10,000 troops. Yes.
Can we intercept those pamphlets and make them not
stop it? Yeah, maybe.
Make them not get all those folks, and then maybe just we got two targets that we can go ahead and pew pew and get rid of.
States' rights, right? Mississippi. Why would you want to go and help out Tennessee? You're Mississippi. Keep your troops in Mississippi. Right?
Yeah. Why the hell you want to protect somebody else's state?
Why wouldn't Tennessee?
Why would you care about anybody but yourself? You selfish.
Why wouldn't Tennessee help? Oh yeah, that's right. Because half their population is engaging in a guerrilla warfare right now, so they don't really have the best troops.
Because they're like, no, all this race and shit. Miss me with it.
Yeah, we don't like
want
that.
any of it.
So we'll see how all this plays out in the future. Rumor has it though that Grant's very interested in these two forts, and maybe he'll get the go ahead to try to knock them out. We'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks. That's it for this week in Civil War in Hindsight. If you enjoy this, check out Historic Hindsight, where we talk about the car crashes and pig wars and all kinds of other random stuff like confiscating our gold.